So this is where they have their equipment behind these bushes here that they set up to sort of just hide them.
So it's the little one down there?
Both of those units. The one furthest down, that's the wine cellar unit, and the very first unit here is the that equipment room. What we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be setting up so that we recover the freon first before we...
what do you call this piece?
This is the outside condensing unit.
The condensing unit.
Correct.
Right.
So this is a unit that normally sits outside in a garage or an attic space, locations where it's going to be well ventilated.
So where do you, when you get the freon out of the system, where do you do that? Do you do that from here or downstairs in the wine cellar?
We do it here.
Here.
This is where we will recover. We will set up our machine and our tank, recovery tank here. We're getting ready to hook up my gauges to the system so I can start recovering the freon into our recovery tank from the condensing unit. And on these little units you have access ports here. Normally a service valve like this one right here, but this particular unit only has one service valve and an access port. So the access port, down from here. No, hold it from here. The access port, it's the same thing like a valve. It just doesn't allow me to control the on and off of the system. If I was to have two valves on this condensing unit, then I can potentially just pump down the freon or recover the freon into the condensing unit versus trying to recover it, because they have a receiver tank that I can recover most of the freon into. Right. But in this case, because we don't have that service valve, that's the reason why I had to bring in my recovery tank.
So it just makes it a bit longer and a bit more difficult to service.
Yes, but what I try to do is also to minimize the expense is the same freon, which is 134A in there. That's the only freon that I keep in my tank. I don't mix freon, so you're not supposed to, so I don't. And you keep two tanks, one that you know it's clean freon, you recover it, and you're able to put it back into the system.
So is freon expensive then?
Yes, it can be costly, yes, but when you're losing freon and you have a leak, and you're losing a pound every few months, then yes.
You want to fix the leak.
Yeah, you want to fix the leak. So that's why we're here. You know, a month ago I was here, I found the system low on freon. A month later I came back, found the leak, so I'm back here today to do that. Basically what we were looking for, what I was explaining is that here I saw the UV dye substance that I injected into the system out there by the condensing unit, by the outside unit. Yep. And I noticed that when I was here, and again, it's not very common to see a leak like that on a unit that's 2 to 3 years old. It's not common. So in this case, what I'm gonna have to do is open up the unit. This is the site where I'm gonna open it up right now to be able to determine where that leak is, because I don't see it out here.
Where's the UV thing that you were showing me?
The UV dye is...
No, the little UV light source.
Oh, yes, my UV. It's it comes in a kit. This one is very convenient for me because it's a nice little carrying flashlight.
And you just shine it where?
And then what I do is I take the light and I kind of just move it around, the line, to see where I find the dye. And in this case, I found it here, which is not normal because this is your drain. Right. There is an opening around here and some air does escape through here. That's normal. Not enough to affect the unit in any kind of way. However, that tells me that the leak might possibly be inside the unit.